So how does Ronan's gun work? You'll find out right after this. Hey everybody, I am Taylor and I'm the Stargate Guy, where I talk to you about everything and anything Stargate. Today's another How It Works episode, and we're talking about Ronan's gun. The gun that everybody wants to have, including myself. That is amazing. This gun has 3 settings. It has stun, kill, and incinerate. It's a powerful freaking gun. This gun was not Satidin, where Ronan is from, but rather made by the Travelers, a group of people who travel in old beat-up spaceships around the Pegasus galaxy, being a space nomad basically, to try to evade the Wraith. These people seem to have invented this type of gun, since it is very prevalent whenever we see the Travelers in Stargate Atlantis. Now, this gun is powered by little power cells in the back. One simply moves the cell to the side, removes it from the gun, and puts in a new one when it is depleted. Yes, those cells do get depleted, and Ronan is seen having a couple of spare ones. Although we do not know for sure how Ronan got this gun initially, whether or not he took it or was given it by a Traveler while he was a runner, we do know that he has several backup cells, enough to last him about 5 years while he was with the Stargate Atlantis team. Now, how this weapon could possibly work, I theorize that it developed over time. If you look at the construction of the weapon, there is the main part that looks kind of like a revolver, and then a box that seems to be attached to the end of it. This indicates that the box was an add-on eventually, but that the original casting of this weapon was something that looked like a revolver that shot energy blasts. Now, on the side of the weapon, there is a little switch that goes to the 3 different settings of stun, kill, and door opener, I guess, or incinerate. Now, they also have 3 accompanying lights to indicate which one it is at a glance, but also looking at the front of this weapon, you have 3 crystals, small, medium, and large. I theorize that the power which resides at the back of the weapon in the storage unit, when traveling through the gun, the switch indicates what path the energy should go. Should it go to the smallest crystal and do a stun? Should it go to the medium one and kill somebody? Or should it go to the top one and melt through doors? Another option is that the energy goes to all 3 crystals, but that the toggle on the side is a power regulator that determines how much power goes to these crystals. We do know that it takes a different amount of power to just stun somebody rather than to melt steel. For example, tasers going on right now, that is a rather low amount of power. How a taser works, or rather how a stun works, is that electricity interacts with the nervous system. It really attacks the nervous system. The nervous system has neurons that shoot little electrical impulses to help give you motor control. But a taser basically overloads that system. It gives it more power so that the body doesn't know what to do with it. And it kind of overclocks your muscle system, causing you to lose all muscle control. I'm trying to put this very basically. I am not a medical person. Now, the kill setting is basically more power than that. It is power that can, well, kill you. We do have people, unfortunately, get electrocuted all the time. Electricity can kill people. So I theorize that what is emitted from Ronan's gun is not plasma, but rather wireless electricity. We have wireless electricity in our houses, powering our, well, wireless toothbrushes. But that is a far different thing. You see, for wireless electricity happening now, you have power running through a coil. That coil creates a magnetic field, and if you have a receiver coil, okay, then that connects the 2 magnetic fields, and electricity is passed through the magnetic fields to the receiving coil. Now, with Ronan's gun, there is no receiving coil. This is truly wireless electricity that is projected from a source to any source. It doesn't have to have a receiving coil. So the stun setting has a small amount of power. The kill setting just amps that up. But what about the disintegrate setting? We see this thing literally melt through doors that are like steel. Well, you can melt steel. It's kind of necessary in order to create steel I-beams, for example. But steel has a pretty high melting point, something around the vicinity of 1,230 degrees centigrade or 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if that's correct, but It's right here. Now, theoretically, it would take a lot more power in order to achieve that melting point than it is to stun somebody. I mean, if you shoot somebody with the equivalent of what it takes to melt steel, goodbye person. That's not stunning, man. That is a very painful death, I imagine. Now, another thing that adds to it's electricity and not plasma theory that I have is that when we see people like John Shepard shoot a Wraith console with the gun. Now, if it was plasma, then it would more have like a melty effect. Rather than with electricity, it causes more of an effect seen on screen, similar to one used when, I don't know, people shove a whole bunch of electricity into a computer to try to overclock it and it fails. Yeah. It turns black and sometimes there's an actual flame that pops up. This causes fires every single year. So to see the console of the Wraith ship to go blackened and a little flame pop up, that does kind of sync up with the electricity effect of overwhelming an electrical system. So let me know what device you would like to have me explain how it works in the comment section down below. And if you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Great videos are coming out every week where I talk to you about everything and anything Stargate. You can click right here for another How It Works episode or right here for some more Stargate awesomeness. Thanks to everyone who bought me a cup of coffee. You guys are amazing. Link in the description box down below. And until next time, I'll see you on the other side.